Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Shanae Lee Show. So this video is my big birthday book haul, so books that I purchased in relation to my birthday. I was also considering putting the books I was gifted in this video as well, in this list as well, but then I considered, you know what, let's not. And let's just focus on the books I bought in relation to my birthday. I have like general books, like a couple of graphic novels and general books, and then book of the month books, and then cookbooks. So that's how we're rolling with this video. So first up is The Remarried Empress Volume 4. This was a book that I had been toying with the idea of possibly buying it online through Amazon because for the longest time, Barnes & Noble only had the first 3 volumes, and when I was in the manga and graphic novel section, I was like, you know what, let's find it and let's see if they have any others. And they had Volume 4, so I got it. Next up is Fruits Basket Volume 3. Again, I had the first 2 volumes of Fruits Basket. I just decided, you know what, let's get the 3rd volume. Let's continue building up my manga collection. Next up is And Then There Were None and Other Classic Mysteries by Agatha Christie, the leatherbound edition, because I already have the Death on the Nile and Other Mysteries, Other Poirot Mysteries by Christie, so I was like, you know what, let's add one more book to this. This edition, as you can see here, includes And Then There Were None, Crooked House, and Endless Night. So the next 4 books are from Book of the Month, and I think I explained this in a previous video when I opened my October Book of the Month box. I have the 2 credit per month subscription through Book of the Month, and October I only used 1 of the credits, and I saved the 2nd credit for November. And my thinking was that November would be a little bit of a splurge month for me where I would be getting 4 books because I would have the 3 credits for 3 of the books, and then once you reach the BFF status through Book of the Month with Book of the Month, you get a free book during your birthday month. So knowing that, I knew I was going to get like 4 books. The first book I got was The Adventures of Amina Al-Sirafi by Shannon Chakraborty. I'm definitely not saying the last name correctly, and I'm so sorry. This is a book that I've been seeing a lot on bookish social media, specifically BookTube. I was hearing a lot of good things about it. And if you know me, you know that I tend to steer clear from hyped books or anything hyped until the hype dies down a little bit, because usually I end up being disappointed by hyped books and with how hyped they are. Next up is What the River Knows by Isabel Ibanez. This was my November Book of the Month choice, and from what I can tell, this is more in the vein of The Mummy featuring Brendan Fraser, where there is a focus on ancient Egypt just from that 19th century perspective. And I do really enjoy The Mummy, and I love ancient Egypt, and this seemed right up my alley. Next up is Take My Hand by Dolan Perkins Valdez, and this basically focuses on a young nurse in post-segregation Alabama, and obviously that's going to be a very touching story. And not a lot of people talk about this one, which I think maybe we should talk about it a little bit more. And then the 4th and final book from my Book of the Month box is Inkblood Sister Scribe by Emma Torres. I've been just really interested by the synopsis of this book and the cover and the title, so it was kind of an obvious choice to just include it in my November birthday box. And then last but not least, I have 2 cookbooks here. I did get a couple of other cookbooks as part of my birthday, received as gifts from close friends and family, but as I said at the beginning of this video, I'm just focusing on books that I bought for my birthday. First up is Homemade Sourdough. So this just includes a bunch of sourdough recipes and recipes you can use, I think, sourdough discard with as well. It includes like wheat sourdough and rye sourdough, and honestly, I could use another sourdough recipe book in my collection. And last but not least, I got the book on pie, Everything You Need to Know to Bake Perfect Pies by Erin Jean. I want to say Erin Jean McDowell. The main reason why I knew of her is because she was one of the coaches on the Great Nailed It baking competition, but I also work at a bakery, and one of the owners of the bakery, we were talking about how I'm kind of afraid to do pies. One of my bosses, one of the owners, basically said like, oh, you should look into Erin, like they have some really great tips for getting into pies and how to know how to work with the pastry and everything. So I was like, you know what, I know her, I'm gonna pick this up. I'm really happy I got this book. That is it for my big birthday book haul. If you've read any of these and have any opinions about these books that I've included in this list, please comment down below in the description. I would love to hear your thoughts, obviously spoiler free, about a lot of these books. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.